Cool. Hey, we back. Transition with purpose. At ease. Transition with purpose. I'm with one of my good friends, solid brother. He embarrassed me one time, but we're not going to speak on it. I always got to like to talk about it, how he embarrassed me, but it was in a good way. I didn't know what I was dealing with. I didn't know what I was up against. Uh, we did a retirement ceremony together, and we were guest speakers, and he went first. I'm just gonna leave it there. That was a mistake for me. So, but it's all good. My boy did his thing as usual, man. Retired Master Chief, retired CMC Anthony Sanders, man. Thanks for coming through and talking with us, man. Just about retirement and what you got going on right now, and your insights, give you some input, some feedback for the people that are behind us, but they're gonna have to deal with coming up soon. So again, man, thanks for coming through and doing this for us.
Yeah, man, thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate it. I really do. I'm very grateful for this opportunity just to impart some wisdom to help as many people as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. Before we dive into it, man, I mean, I gotta ask you a question from a CMC's perspective. Young man just recently got killed. Rest in heaven to him. Sorry for the loss. Out on the John F. Kennedy just recently got killed on the ship.
Mhm.
On the ship. So, and it's sad. It's sad that's where we at right now. Things like that. Because when you first heard the story, I'm thinking like the young man committed suicide or something like that. But that wasn't even the case. Uh, Someone corrected me on that and said no, he got killed. Down there by the armory somewhere on the ship. So, if I believe,
Mhm.
but yeah, he got killed on the ship. So from a CMC's perspective, like, what do y'all go through and deal with when having to deliver that type of news, or just the mindset of the command?
Man, it's hard. Number one, losing a sailor, and then have to deal with a sailor that, from this perspective, involved in this case, having to deal with death personally on in my last command was extremely challenging for me because not only do we have to um, notify the family, but we also got to make sure we notify the command and go ahead and have those command talks through the entire command and bring on the resilience team in as well. And then, of course, the triad, we make sure that we're all on the same page because we're going to be going through our various emotions as well. It is extremely hard and it impacts the culture of the command more than anything. The significance of a lost sailor, it breaks the team up, and the team has to come back together again and heal and become whole as they work through the process because everybody's impacted. So now you got to make sure everybody mentally and emotionally are will become stable again through that process.
I ain't even think about it like from that perspective and that level. It's like far as the team
Mhm.
concept. You know, you lost a
Yeah,
member of the team. Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's sad.
Because now you got not only you dealing with that, then you deal with the command. Now you got to make sure that the command is good. They got to go through the healing process. You got to also get the memorial together for the command and also be present for the family when they get ready to do the celebration of life, if that's what they believe in. Once I had to do that on several occasions, and when you call that missing man uh, formation, it breaks the strongest person down when that name is called and you don't get a response.
Mhm.
It's extremely hard losing the sailor. And so
Yeah,
my heart and my prayers go out to not only the CMC and the triad, but also the entire command. Because losing a sailor in any situation is hard. In any situation, but that's somebody's child.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
somebody's friend. That's our shipmate. Regardless of how it happened, a life is gone. Will never come back. But what we have to do is carry that legacy on, speak about the good, of that person, and then the person that committed. Okay, why? What brought it? So that's something that they will have to get involved in from that command level.
Yeah.
because it definitely impacts everybody.
Everybody. And you still got to maintain operations at the same time.
Everybody.
It took the words right out of my
You
mouth because
still got to
what what
maintain.
what people
You
are
still.
civilians don't understand is um, we still got to maintain the mission and do our part. And it's almost like we're robotic, but at the same time, we're
Mhm,
hurting, we're mourning, the whole nine. But the mission still comes first. So civilians probably be
mhm,
wondering why are they still moving like nothing happened, or people are affected, and they're just dealing with it and still performing their jobs, what they have to do. So as a CMC, I'm sure that's
mhm.
hard on you because you have to keep everyone motivated and meet the mission at the same time and also be mourning this
Same.
person that's gone.
Yeah. Because you mourning. I
That's
mean,
right.
still at the CMC.
Yeah.
As any human being, on the ship that knows the sailor,
Yeah.
they're still feeling the way, personally, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in our
Exactly.
minds, we got to like, I, I, I'm mourning. I'm dealing with it. I'm masking it more than anything, and because we still got to do this
Hmm.
mission. And my
Hmm.
position of where I'm at and what I'm doing, I can't show like I don't want to say weakness in this mindset, but it's just like, yeah, I feel for him because that's
You have
somebody's son, you know.
you have to show the humanity.
Yeah,
You still got to show the humanity part of it, right? You still have to be able to do that. Even in this, you still got to show the humanity part. You still got to make sure that the mission going. You still got to make sure that those that were closest to that sailor that they're getting what they need at the same time.
Yeah, the
Because
biggest
they're gonna
question out
need
there,
that one on one with that service. Uh huh.
I was going to, I'm sorry to cut you off, Anthony. I was just going to say the biggest question out there that everybody wants to know is how did this happen?
yeah,
This is not supposed to happen.
yeah. Right,
It's
Right.
not supposed to happen.
right,
Right.
right, right.
Not on board a vessel,
Not on
a
board a
naval
vessel.
vessel. It's
Not
not.
aboard a navy. No.
No.
And one of our own.
No.
Nah, nah.
Right. No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's a totally
Not supposed to be.
different mindset. Like, how, yeah. How did it escalate to get to that point? Especially when the sailors. Me being an AO, I'm in the
Right.
army. I know how all that stuff works, and it's like, wow, on a naval vessel. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's
Right.
and the thing is with that, the scary part more than anything is one day that could become the norm.
Yeah.
Mm.
One day, it just takes one person to do it, and now it's becoming the norm. So now you really doing screenings. The A&E screenings, like we got to make sure we giving the right person a weapon on board a ship or any installation. Period.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
That's right.
that's yeah. Yeah, just like I say, once something happens
So
once,
that's what the
it
triad got to
happens.
really get after. They got to get after. The triad going to have to get after the culture change now. They're going to really dig deeper into the culture of that command
That's right.
and find out not only why it happened, so what can we do to prevent it from happening
Hmm.
again? They're going to have to really do some, what we call back in the day, intrusive leadership. They have to get down to the nuts and bolts of everything that's going on within, not just the department, not between just, but the whole command. Because
Yeah.
everybody, like I said, is impacted by this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And for you, a child of God, pastor, and been doing it for some decades now. How do you deal with
Yeah,
that? And still with the two stars on top. That's extra weight, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah. It is. It is. But my faith is leading me to make sure that I'm saying the right thing, make sure I'm providing the proper pastoral care in uniform. And I had to do that, right? I had to actually provide that pastoral care and that comfort to the command when that happened, when we had a sailor that lost his life at our command. And then, of course, we had the chaplain come over, but because of my experience, my unique experience, I was able to still provide that comfort and still show the humanity side of it as well.
That's cool. P, I know you had a question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, I didn't have a question. This is like we said, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't have happened, and the culture has to. The culture has been shaken up for
Mm-hmm.
sure because we all a link
Mm,
in the chain when we on board the ship because everybody has a job that they're supposed to do, and you don't expect the person next to you to be the one that you can't trust.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
trust is so
right.
important. And when we out on deployment or we doing on standing a watch, everybody has a job to do. Every AO is supposed to lift when y'all say 1, 2, 3, but that might
Yeah.
not happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
so
Yeah.
so it's a big trust thing, and I've been on carriers where they had metal detectors out front, so I don't know where the trust lost. The metal detector
Mm-hmm.
wasn't working. How did that
Yeah.
happen? Not
I
questioning
remember that.
the command
You used
like
to
they did
have metal.
something wrong, but
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
something slipped through the cracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's deep, man. But much love, man, to the family and the ship and the sailors and officers aboard that ship. I know that's a trying time, and I hope they make it through. I really
Mm-hmm.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So hey, man. Again, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Just want to pick your brain about some stuff. Your experience. You've been retired now. What
Okay.
going on? How long?
Coming up on 4 years.
Ooh,
Coming
wee.
up on 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
know it was
four
that long. I
years.
thought it was like 2 or 3.
Can't believe it.
So
It's been
so
fast. Yeah. It's been fast.
yeah, you still like Tommy right now, right? You ain't got no job, huh?
See, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't. According to my daughter.
Oh yeah. 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 My granddaughter gave me the same thing. She like, well, he don't work, and she 5, and I'm like, why are you really trying to figure out what I do throughout the day? Don't worry about what I got going on. Yeah, man. Kids a trip, man. Kids a trip. So, man, the journey, man, from Mississippi, right?
No, South Carolina.
South
South
Carolina.
Carolina. My apologies. South Carolina
South. Yeah.
to
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's right. To now, man, it's like, did you think that you would be here today doing, you giving back. You doing some work. You doing because you out here doing some things. I see
Yeah.
you. You doing some things, and we'll talk about it. Um, was that like, I guess that was the path that led you to where you at today.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Being from Greenwood, South Carolina, man, I did not think I was going to be here. I did not think I was going to be in the Navy 32 years. I only plan on doing about 4 years
Yeah.
and getting out. Reason that I joined, parents couldn't afford to send me to college, and then too, I had the drug dealers that was chasing me, wanted me to be a part of that organization. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, bro, I'm not going to jail. I got to get out of here because my parents they'll kill me because they worked too hard to get me through high school, right? So I need to make sure that I had a plan for after high school. And my dad said, hey, join the Navy. And uh,
Mm,
and that's one of the best decisions I've made. And it's been fruitful. Um,
yeah.
it's been really fruitful.
That's
I
dope.
Hey,
accomplished
go ahead, Anthony. I'm
more than
sorry.
what I could ever imagine on the journey. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get out of you, Anthony, because I know you highly educated man. You joined the military because your parents couldn't afford college, but you took advantage of the educational benefits
Hmm.
that the military gave you. Can you speak on that and how far it took you? And also, don't forget about this renowned author we have on the call tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you, man. The Navy has afforded me to not only get my associate's degree because I started off when I my first duty station in Cuba taking classes, but then I found mentally I wasn't ready yet. And then once I got to my first shore duty at a PSD Dam Neck Personnel Support Detachment Dam Neck of Virginia Beach, I started taking classes, and then I got my associate's degree from St. Leo, and then I got my bachelor's degree in religious studies from St. Leo, And then fast forward after having a couple of sea tours and then got back on shore duty again, I got my master's in urban education and community counseling from Norfolk State University, using tuition assistance all throughout. And then I had to use a little bit of top up back then, for a part of the Montgomery GI Bill. And then now, since I've retired, took advantage of the additional 12 months that the Supreme Court approved, for veterans. If you had that Montgomery GI Bill went from 36 months to 48 months, and that covered a good portion of my doctorate because I'm starting my dissertation
Oh
in the
wow.
fall from Liberty University. So that covered a great deal of my education just by joining the Navy. And
Yeah.
also, part of the 100% disability benefits, my children have benefited, my wife has benefited from the educational benefits. Just because I decided to go, I transferred my post 9/11 over to them because I had reached most of my educational goals.
It's awesome, man. That
So
is
Yeah.
awesome.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good stuff to hear, man.
I
Especially
would
you
ask
going
the
back for your
question. I'm
doctorate
sorry,
right
Ty.
now. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying that's love, man. You going to get your doctorate right now. So,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
many
for
people try Liberty University, but you got to be really into your faith to go to Liberty University, or it's going to make you learn your faith
Hmm.
of being Christianity. That's one thing I
Yes.
liked about the school. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think that was
Yep.
cool. Yeah,
Yep. Call it top champions for Christ. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Pete.
I know it was more so you said you started taking classes and you quit and then you started back. I mean, the the path you took,
Hmm.
what would you recommend? Because everybody's journey gonna be different on how they want to go educationally wise. Did you take two classes at a time, one class at a
Hmm.
time, or you just went three classes? How in depth did you get?
I took When I first started, I took one class, and then I'm like, okay. I struggled with it a little bit, but then once I got serious, because by the time I got serious on shore duty, I was married and I had our first daughter, uh, and I started taking two classes. And by the way, my wife was in school as well, so we were tag teaming our educational um, paradigm at the same time. She went to going to get her associates in nursing, and I got my associates in liberal arts. And she got her bachelor's in nursing. I got my bachelor's in religious studies. I got my master's in counseling and urban education. She got her master's in healthcare administration, and now she's working on her doctorate in nursing. So we've been doing this back and forth, but actually simultaneously at the same time, generally taking two classes at a time, just to make sure that we stayed on track uh, to reach our goals.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you got
and
plenty of time.
maintaining the
Okay, go
career.
ahead. Go ahead. Maintaining the
Right,
career.
right.
Yeah. So and that's tough. Going
Maintaining
to school.
career.
Yeah, that's not easy to do because it's a lot of requirements. But you push
Right.
through it. You push through it and made it happen. And it's like failure was not an option. When you do stuff like that. So that's a
It was
blessing.
not.
Yeah, failure's not like there's no
Yeah,
plan B.
because I
This is
had
what
my
we doing.
children were my yeah, children was my motivation because I would put my grades up on the refrigerator so they can see that, okay, if dad can do it,
Yeah.
you can do it too, right?
Right.
So I use that as a little bit of motivation to help them reach their goals as well.
That's good.
Right.
That's good.
Right.
Letting them see that you still in
And so
school.
now right, exactly. And all three of them graduated college as well.
That's good, man. Blessings. Blessings.
Hmm.
Blessings.
Yeah, it
So
is.
4 years out, retired. What keep you up? Because
Hmm.
most of us up 2, 3 in the morning for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yes,
You know, it just happens, and
yes,
we ain't
yes.
going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere the next
Mhm.
day. Unless we got an appointment
Right.
or we meeting up with somebody. But for the most part, we can just chill in the bed for a while. And get up when we want to get up. But sometimes
Hmm.
we up at 2 or 3 in the morning. So what keeps you up at that time?
When when I'm up at that time, one, I'm getting up, going to the bathroom, and two, I'm praying. Right, I'm praying in that early after midnight hour. I'm praying because nine times out of ten, God is putting some people on my heart to pray for, to
Mhm.
cover them through prayer. You know, that's I'm up that time, and most of the time I'm out the bed by 7 anyway. You know, because I'm up doing my devotional, writing in my journal, just getting my day started. So the early rising hasn't changed
Right.
at
And I
all.
don't know if we can ever get away from it. I don't know.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
That's true. 4 years, I'm still up.
And it's not a I say it's not a bad thing. It's just weird because you thinking like, oh yeah, when I retire, I'm just going to sleep in. And then some days I do that. Pick a day, I guess. But I'm up. I'm still up. I'm still up. And
Hmm.
mentally, I'm like, I got to get up
Hmm.
and do something, you know, because it's just instilled in me to do something. So yeah,
Right.
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So
Anthony, I got a question for you. So you said you
Uh
wake up,
huh.
you write in your journal. When we worked together, when you were my CMC at the Wing in Oceana,
Hmm.
you had 3 books at that
Hmm.
time. Have you written any more, or are you in the process of
Hmm.
writing one right now?
Yes, I am. I'm in the process of writing one about pearls of wisdom, dealing with the leadership experience as well as applying biblical principles on wisdom. So I'm in the process of writing that, hopefully within the next 6 months, so I can get it done. But my main write is on this dissertation. But yes, I'm in the process. I started that book in December. I started in December to start laying the groundwork for that.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. That's good. So the time that you had, because like I say, right now I think we identified time is so important after you retire, and
Hmm.
I guess we wasn't really paying attention to it so much when we were serving. But now it's just like time is the most important thing. Sure, the money, the comfortability of getting the, retirement check, disability check, whatever. But time is everything. That
Yes.
we didn't really pay attention to again years ago. So knowing what you know now, how would you have prepared, and would you have prepared differently for retirement?
Well, my wife and I, we had a 5 year plan. At 5 years prior to me retiring, we started looking at our bills, started looking at what we could pay off, and looking at what we need to save, and to be able to put us in a position to where I don't have to go to work right away. And we looked at that plan every year, and we adjusted it to the 3 year, to the 2 year, to the 12-month plan to help us be prepared mentally, well, mostly financially. That's what we're really looking at. Mentally, I really had to go sit on somebody's couch to help me with the transition piece, because the transition piece was a lot harder than what I thought. I actually had to, kind of really taper down my going, because I was on a plane every other week, going and traveling and speaking and doing this. I was still operating at the same pace when I first retired as I was active duty.
Wow.
I was at every retirement that I could be at. When I say I was shifting things
Yeah.
around in my calendar
Yeah.
just to say yes, to be there for somebody, or to
Yeah.
get on a plane to be there for somebody, I
Yeah.
did that. I did that. So it took me a minute to learn how to not slow down, but establish a new pace, right? And I had to establish a new pace for myself, my health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. I had to establish a new pace for myself to where it was more comfortable where I am now. I don't have to always operate at this high level, just to say that I'm operating at a high level. I don't have to do that anymore. I can still maintain a decent level of operating and doing things without putting enough stress on my body or in my mind and my spirit. So I would say if people can start a 5 year plan, if you know you're retired at 20, so at the 15-year mark, start working your plan. And oh, by the way, if you already have a house, And if you haven't refinanced or at a 15-year mortgage, do that. That most banks won't offer that 15-year mortgage. They want you to get that 30-year mortgage. If you're going to buy a house, look into that 15-year mortgage. Or if you're going to refinance, look into that 15-year mortgage. So that way, if you can incorporate that in your 5-year plan, right? So that way, when you and it'll benefit more on the front end if you can afford to do that, to pay off a mortgage
Yeah.
at your retirement or just prior to you retiring or after you retire, shortly after you retire. Because
Yeah.
that will definitely lessen the financial burden and give you that additional financial freedom to help you do whatever you want to do.
And that's so key. I mean, we didn't know those things in our day, when we was buying homes. But and even if you
Right.
can't afford, because the 15-year mortgage, it'll hit your pockets. But the reward on the other end
Yeah,
is great. It's great on the other end. But at best, if you
it's
can't
great.
afford to do that,
It's great.
it's always good to make one extra principal payment a year. That'll reduce your 30-year mortgage as well.
Exactly.
But all those things
Yeah.
are they help you in your transition. Because if you can go
Hmm.
without having a mortgage payment and you retired, man, life it allows you to do more things.
It's
I
good.
mean,
Yeah.
man, it's great. It's great. It's great.
Hmm.
So what you're speaking about, like if you kind of like, a young sell at the 15-year mark and like, hey, I'm gonna be here for a while, 20 plus more years. Who knows? Things change. But if you can pull that off, that's a great move that you spoke
Yeah.
about, man. That's
Yeah.
really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 5 years is a great number too, because it gives you time to kind of see like and
Hmm.
prepare and plan some things. And you kind of like when that day comes around, you kind of ready, no, still nervous, but you're ready and
Right.
prepared to jump
You're
out there.
ready.
Because while we in, we get I have to say, like, we get taken care of very well. I have to say that, at least for me.
Hmm.
But when you transition out, it's like, hey, go take care of it now. We gave you all the tools. You helped so
Hmm.
many people through so many things. And now it's time to help yourself. Now it's time.
Yeah.
So kind of what you speaking about in the realm of when you got out, you going here, you going there. You was making it about so many other people and not really making it about you.
I was just about to go there, Ty. I was
Exactly.
going to ask you, Anthony,
Yeah.
if
Yep.
you 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 didn't want to say no. And first of all, I appreciate you being in my retirement and being a big part of my retirement. So first of all, thank you for that. But the not wanting to tell people no, was that your way of not wanting to let it go because you could be around active duty people and everybody knows who you are in this area. If you don't know you, then you haven't been out and about. So
Yeah.
was that you
Yeah.
feel like that was
Yeah.
you just wanting to stay connected to the military or
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Just staying connected. As much as I needed to, I felt I needed to, without realizing I was putting a lot of strain on myself physically to do that. And my wife had to tell me, she said, you can say no. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah. That's hard though.
that hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Particularly when you know people,
And you
right?
know
When
people.
you know
Yeah.
people and you want, right.
Yeah.
And you want to just be there just to support.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man.
it just made me think about when people say they have the watch at your retirement, you got to take them and believe that they got it.
Yeah.
When they say they got the
Yeah.
watch, and you can go off into retirement, you got to believe it. I'm not going to sit here and say I believed it. We all went through our own transition of, man, I
Hmm.
sure miss going to stuff like that or being part of that, being in that circle of trust. I see people wearing their chief
Hmm.
gear at the gym or something like that, and they look at me like, look at that old dude over there. They don't know, but you
Hmm.
Yeah.
want them to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Hey, look, I was
Right.
Yeah.
somebody. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
identity piece, man.
Yeah.
That's the identity.
Yeah.
So on your
Hmm.
transition out, what do you if you had somebody like assigned to you like a mentor per se to help you through that process, at
Hmm.
least the last 2 years, how would that work out? Like, what do you think about that?
I think it was pretty
Somebody that's
good
already
because
retired.
actually I
Yeah.
had Nellie Porter. She was already retired CMC. Nellie Porter Jackson.
You
She
spent
helped me.
AZ.
She the one who
You spent
told me.
AZ.
She said, "Yep, AZ." Yep. She told me. She said, Anthony, before you get out, go sit on somebody's couch. I said, Nellie, I'm not doing that. She said,
Yeah.
listen to me and listen to me good. Go sit on somebody's couch. And I'm glad I did. That was some of the best advice that I've gotten, part of transitioning, that really helped me. And the therapist and I, we clicked very well. And in that transition, she told me, um, that she said, now, CMC, you are the mission. And that hit
Yeah.
me like a ton of bricks. Wow, I'm the mission now. You mean to tell me that I have permission to actually take care of myself and put myself first before everybody else? Wow. Because as a
Yeah.
servant leader, we're taught to put everybody first before ourselves. And now you telling me, you prescribing to me in writing to actually be the mission and take care of myself. I authorize you, I give you permission. You have the green light to go ahead and take care of yourself. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual self. And don't be so concerned about everybody else. You're the main mission. Wow. And that blessed me. It did. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
It did. It
Yeah.
took me a minute to get there, but I got there. And in some cases, I'm still getting there. But I got there for the most part to just really begin to embrace this new chapter of my life, to spend more quality time with my wife and my children. In fact, my middle daughter said, she said, I'm glad, Dad, that you're retired. Now you're actually present. Meaning, even though I was physically there, but mentally more so being present than anything to really make that connection and transitioning back into the home to be physically present and mentally and spiritually present to help what's going on within the home. And it blessed me. It blessed me tremendously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's deep,
That was
man.
good
That's deep.
advice.
What made you feel like you didn't want to go? Like, what was something was holding you back to go sit on the couch to talk to somebody?
Stigma.
Stigma.
The strong man got to go sit down on somebody's couch. The preacher, the rev, the pastor. What? The CMC got to go sit on somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You've been
it took
carrying so
somebody that
much.
understood the role that I was in. Yeah, it took somebody that understood the role that I was in and what I would be facing on the outside to really break it down and explain to me that it was necessary to go sit on somebody's couch. And see, and I trust Nellie. I trust Nellie with my life, because that's how we are. She helped me in my first CMC tour. She said, "Hey, get your tablet, get your pencil. Let's sit down and let's talk." And we've been tight ever since. And my wife and I, as well. She
That's
had
good
us
stuff.
both, and so that really helped me with that transition.
Yeah. Yeah. And some people don't even realize, and we could go deep into this one because this is a good topic, honestly.
Hmm.
And it's good that you can confide in somebody or someone can confide in you to say, hey, these are the things that you need to take care of before you step out this door and come on this side over here. Because
Right.
it all looks good. Hey, like JP said, you stand relieved. We got the watch. That's a lot coming off of you, but you don't believe it at the
Hmm.
time that they have the watch. We saying it because that's part of the
Right.
script. But
Hmm.
you have to accept that they got it and move
Hmm.
on. You
Mm-hmm.
know, again, it's hard to do, but you having someone there that can talk to you, that's been through it, that's dealt with it. Because right now, you again, we still learning through this transition and getting better with it day for day.
Mm-hmm.
But making it this
Day for
far,
day.
like you made it a long way, and it's like because a lot of people struggle. They struggle. They never have a
Mm-hmm.
plan. They don't. They just like they last day in the military is just like, oh well, what I supposed to do now? You know,
Yeah.
you got to live.
Right.
Now you got to
Right.
live. But it's so hard because our upbringing to go sit on somebody's couch to talk. What? Me? Hey,
Right.
come on now. You got to relax.
Mm-mm.
But once I found out, it was so peaceful. You know, it was like I'm
Yes.
glad I did it. I'm glad I
Yeah.
did it.
You
You
don't know
know.
how much
Mm-hmm.
you have to unpack until those
Oh
professionals
man.
bring it out. Because your
Yeah.
friends, your family can't bring it out
Yeah.
like the
Exactly.
professionals bring it out. And they
Right.
bring it out. I was
Right.
crying
Right.
on day one. I'm like, how you got me to cry on day one?
Yeah,
Day
man.
one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm like
You holding so much on the
Yeah.
inside, man.
holding so
And
much in.
yeah, and one thing for us, them anchors and them stars, they say something. Anchor, 1 star, 2 star, don't make a difference. They say something about your character. Rather you beating on your chest every day,
Mm-hmm.
it says something about your character. And he's like, wow, I got to go sit on somebody's couch to talk about something. Yeah, well, we dealt with a lot, a
Yes.
lot,
A
and it's
lot.
okay to get it out.
A lot.
It's okay to get it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
And
okay
don't
to get
wait
it
till
out.
the
And so
don't
we
wait till
got,
the
and got to
last
make sure
minute.
that we get it out in the right, the safe space. Got to make sure we get into the safe space and be able to release all of that out. And so I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. It's definitely has been beneficial to me. And we don't talk about mental health enough as men, as African American men first. We don't talk about that. Hey, what you crying for? That's what we was taught. Men don't cry, boys don't cry, right? But no, that's not true. Hey, we have to be able to release in order to grow, right? If we're not releasing stuff, how are we going to be growing and maturing and developing mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally if we hold things in?
Yeah,
And then when somebody says something to us, we popping off and we don't know why we're angry.
yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
because of the unnecessary baggage that we're carrying. We got to know how to release that unnecessary baggage and know how to make sure we pack our bags with the right tools so our bag will be lighter and not heavier.
There you go. And you spoke earlier about your daughter saying, you back home now. Meaning like you mentally back
Yeah.
home.
Yes.
Because family
Yes.
is
Exactly.
a very important piece because it's like, yep, I took care of all these things for y'all. We live good, blah 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 blah, and all that was great. But now, like you coming back home, now we gotta reconnect because you've been gone a lot.
Hmm.
You here, there,
Right.
either out 2 weeks here, a couple weeks there, 6 months here, a year there, whatever. How did your family like help you get to where you at right now?
Man, wow. My daughters, my oldest and younger daughter, they recognized that I was struggling. And they said, Dad, we need to take you to lunch. They took me to lunch and they actually paid for it. But they also broke it down to Dad, something is not right. You're all over the place. You're remodeling the house, you returned out of the military. What's going on? So they did a what I would say a divine intervention to stop me in my tracks, to point out some things that they have noticed in me to help me get back on track. And I applaud them for having the tenacity and the courage to sit me down and to talk to me about what they saw. And I give credit to our relationship because we all are close, but they love me enough to say, "Go, let's come alongside." And also both of them in mental health as well, so they recognize some of those things and they help me see what I need to work on and what I need to bring attention to get some resolution.
That's good, man. That's real good.
Yeah.
That's real good. because you need them. You need them, and we don't even realize
Yeah.
as much because we leaned. Thing is, so many people leaned on us, and the people that we lean on the most
Mm-hmm.
is the family that we still have. You know, that's been with us through
Yeah.
thick and thin. And they the ones that you lean on to get you through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing,
Exactly.
man. That's a good thing, man. So the VA, that's new for us. You know, because we go down to medical, do whatever we got to do, go to base medical. But now we in the system where it might you might not get that appointment as quick as you thought you was gonna get with
Mm-hmm.
CMC. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope people don't go to the VA telling them, "Oh, I'm retired Master Chief, I'm a CMC or I'm a warrant officer." Like, man, you a veteran. That's all I
That,
can tell you.
yeah,
You a
that's
straight veteran. Like all that
Yep.
rank
yeah.
stuff means nothing to the people at the VA.
Mm-hmm.
You're a veteran. Because so many
Yeah,
veterans that work at the VA, you know? So they like, okay,
it is.
yeah, that's a lot. So, and then, TRICARE, all of those things as well. How do you, like, are you getting used to it now? And how's the VA for you?
I'm definitely getting used to it. I'm using community care. Um, it takes a little longer to get an appointment through community care. But when I had some heart issues in 2024, uh, that got immediate attention to get me in the special rehab that I needed to get into, cardiac rehab, and that was the quickest I got an appointment to get that approved. That was less than 24 hours. Got that approved and got in and had no issues with that. And then I also use TRICARE. And just so happened, because TRICARE is still connected to the VA, my PCM for the VA is also my PCM for TRICARE. Because he sends over the referrals to the VA, they approve them and everything else. So I was blessed to be able to see him to take care of my issues, and it's been really good. I don't have a problem getting a appointment with him. The the referrals take a little longer,
Uh,
but we get it done.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
and the
on, you
staff
said
has
your
been pretty good
PCM
about.
at the VA is the same one at your TRICARE?
That's right, because he's still within the network.
Oh,
Mm.
I got you.
He's
Oh,
within the
so
network,
you went out to community care for that
right?
PCM, basically.
And he was
I
in
got you.
right, and they said I told him where I was going, and I was, oh, he's in our network, and they sent over the approval. That was a wrap.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that one, bro.
And then if he
Yeah.
do any specialty, he got to send over the request to get the approval, and then I schedule the appointment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's good. That if you can do that,
yeah,
that's good. And I'm not sure if because I know
yeah.
if you can't get a VA appointment within 30 days, that you got to go to community care. Majority of the time, they want you to go to community care if you can't get an appointment within 30 days. So,
But you can
and
call patient advocate too. You can call
okay,
patient advocate at the VA hospital,
okay,
and you can speak to them and explain to them what your urgent need is, and you'll get a quicker turnaround.
wow. Hey,
Never
thanks for
heard of
those
that.
Yeah,
jewels. We need all of that.
Yeah.
We need all of
What's it
that.
called again?
yeah. Patient advocacy.
Yeah, the VA they offer a lot. You just got to navigate through it.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
lot that
yes,
goes on in there, but you just got to navigate through it. A friend of
you
mine just put
do.
me on to a thing like where the VA, like they, well, not the VA, like they can get like they're saying. I forgot. I'm gonna get more information on it, but I just give you a heads up on it. It's just more of a you go to Punta Cana for like a massage, like you relax. It's a paid trip. All you do is pay your airfare. So, but you don't have to be 100%. Long
Hmm.
as you just service connected, that's it. And you can go every month if you want to. But you got to sign
What?
up for it. But
Hmm.
so many people doing it. But again, it's free. You can take your spouse, significant other, whoever it may be, and you can take
I
kids.
I need that
You
one.
know,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah,
So it's free. Like I said, all you do is pay for your airfare there, and yeah, that's it. And you got two options. You know,
and
option
I
A
know
for
they
the
have.
rooms. Option A for the rooms, you
Mhm.
don't have to pay, but option B is like a suite type thing. You pay like an extra, I think, $30 to $60 or something like that. I'm like, oh wow, that's nothing. Yeah, yeah, man. So it's so much out there
So yeah,
for us. We just got to get out there and get it and share it. You know, just share the
yeah,
information. But I'm gonna make sure I get
yeah.
all the full details
I,
on that and probably post it on the page.
and I want to share about the music theory too, because they have a music theory for veterans, to where they'll give you an instrument and set you up with a music teacher to help you with therapy.
What?
Yeah, because I know someone is he's playing the saxophone. I know somebody else is taking guitar lessons to help them with their mental health, and it's part of their
Wow.
therapy, and it's music therapy. Yeah,
Oh yeah. So I ain't never heard of that one.
yeah.
Never
So
heard.
it's
That's why I say
it's
they
still it's
offer
a
so
lot of
much.
things out there that we still yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's a lot to
yeah,
unpack
yeah.
there.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Hmm.
So, identity today compared to when 4 years ago. Where are you at and say, hey, this is me. This is me now. Because did you retire from being a preacher? Am I correct?
Yes, I retired from active pastoring. So I'm
Active.
still ordained. I still do weddings, shoot funerals, and do all those, do pastoral care. I still am qualified to and ordained to do all those things. I just retired from actually accepting an appointment as a pastor in the AME church.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I did that. Just take a step back and just regroup and more importantly, God said it was time. Um, and where I am now, I have peace. I have peace in every area of my life because I'm tuned into what God is directing me to do. Um, and even when I started my own coaching and consulting business last year, Visions are Better Coaching and Consulting LLC, God ordained. He set that up, and that's me being able to give back to people to help them find uh, strategies to help them with their walk in this journey of life, uh, so they won't have to struggle. And we all need someone that we can depend on and feel safe with, that we can trust with our lives and help us with the plans that's within our hearts to come to fruition. And I'm in a good space, man. I really am.
That's
Uh,
good to hear,
my
man.
mom My mom had a kidney transplant last month, uh, and I tell you, God is amazing. And for me to be able to in position to say, okay, I'm on the next available plane to go, and not have to worry about finances or worry about being here or there. Just go. Okay, I'm coming, right? And then came down again this week. So I'm here. What do you need,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To help take the ease off my sister. Um, that part I love. I love the liberty. I love the freedom of being able to go. And that's part of having that plan that we talked about earlier, to put myself in position to where I have options. I don't have to go jump back on a clock if I don't want to. I can just maintain a decent lifestyle by by being a good steward of what I'm blessed with, right?
Yeah.
Make sure I'm maintaining those things that God has given me and taking care of business like I'm supposed to. And and I'm good. I'm good with that. Enjoying life, doing stuff that I never thought. Swimming? No, I never thought I love
Yeah.
swimming like I do. Yeah.
Really. That's good,
You know,
man. That's that peace. That's that
yeah.
peace.
I lost about Yeah, I lost about 35 pounds. I still got a few more to go, just
Congrats.
really taking advantage of this time to work on me,
Yeah.
work on my mind, body, and spirit. And it feels good. It
Yep.
feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my
Especially when
wife
you
and
got.
I, we've been
Okay, go ahead. Go
together.
ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
My wife and I, we've been together. We've been married 32 years, but we've been together since we were 17 and 18. So we're coming up on 36 years of being together.
Wow.
And we are
Congratulations.
in an amazing space. Yeah,
That's
it's like, hey,
awesome.
you got 4 days off? Okay, where we going? What we doing?
Right.
You know?
Hmm.
And it feels good too when she come home. I'll have some flowers, or I'll call her earlier, what you want for dinner or whatever. I have stuff ready for her. That to me, that's giving back. For holding the house down while I was gone, and make sure the kids was good. And even I bless my children, even though they're adults, the ones that still at home, I'll pack their lunch. It's okay. Hey, you got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Take an extra
Hmm.
5 minutes of sleep. I got your
Yeah.
lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
To
Yeah.
me, I love that being in this space, be able to give back to my family and to those that are around as well.
Yes.
I'm good with that, and still be able to share my story and share the gospel of Jesus Christ in different formats, and just reminding people it's okay to love yourself. It is okay to forgive yourself. It is okay to forgive those who mishandled you and treated you like you was leftover. It's okay to do that. If you really want to have peace in life, and particularly as a retirement, forgive those people and forgive yourself for allowing them to mishandle you. Give yourself grace. Be mindful of your peace. Be mindful of who you're around. Be mindful of who you let in your circle and who your life. Because you got some people they all about drama. They'll do everything they can to keep drama up in their life and in your life too.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you, but hey, man, you gotta keep that drama to a minimum. I don't have drama in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I work too hard, and by God's grace, to have this type of level of peace
Mm.
that surpasses all understanding, across our hearts and mind in Christ Jesus. I didn't come to preach, but I came to just tell it like it is, right? That's where I am in life,
Yeah.
and I
Yes. Yes.
refuse to let
Yes.
anybody disturb my peace. Because they don't have the permission nor the authority or the right to interrupt my peace. And
Man.
I pray that people listening, that they will get to that mindset that no one should interrupt their peace of mind because they didn't give it to them in the first place.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still
So that's
listening,
where
bro.
I'm
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, man. That,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I echo those sentiments, man, because it's just like, you'll come across some bad people in your path, but and they may be good for other people, but it's not good for me, and I have to
Mm-hmm.
excuse myself from that, and moving it,
Mm-hmm.
continue on my same path, but I just got to remove myself from that, that negativity and keep moving forward. So, and that's just life, and we're going to continue to
Yeah.
have things and issues and people like that come our way, but you got to just say, hey, please,
Mm-hmm.
not my piece, not my piece.
Right.
United, I
Right.
can't even get an energy to you. I just can't. And some people
Mm-hmm.
could take that in a negative way, but it's just like y'all really don't understand. You really don't understand. Like the things I've seen and done and been through,
Mm-hmm.
it's over with. So it's
That
like
part.
now I gotta take control of me and my peace of mind, as you spoke about before, and just go on about
Mm-hmm.
my business. I know who's
Mm-hmm.
really with me and who's on my team, and
Yeah.
and the family. Family is everything. Like how you spoke about just say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I can just go back to go see my mom. Like it's a blessing. I
Mm-hmm.
can just get in the car and to go drive. Like, hey, mom, I'm here.
Yeah.
I do 1 day trips to
Yeah.
Philly just to go see her, to do
Yeah.
whatever and come back. But it's just and I think a lot of that for me is like, man, I've been gone for a long time. So
Long time.
that's why I go
Yeah.
back to say time is so important, because it's like every day
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta value time because it's important. And along
Mm-hmm.
with my peace of mind. So it's a combination of the two, man. And again, man, I greatly appreciate you like opening up like that. Cause me and you talk. When we see each other, we
Mm-hmm.
always talking on the
Yeah.
sideline, like, hey man, you
Yeah.
good? And
Yeah.
one thing, and it's weird how this is working. Me and you met later in our careers. But
Mm-hmm.
now when we see each other, we feel like we've known each other forever because we talking.
Right.
We get to
Right.
talking. And it's like, well, the people that I had in my life before, I may not talk to them as much because it's like a new circle of friends, like my retirement friends, and then within my
Mhm.
retirement friends, there's some people that I
Yeah.
talk to when I see often. That I enjoy their conversations because they on
Hmm.
that same path. So like you speak
Yeah.
about swimming, I'm like that with the beach now. I don't know why. It's just like that's
Hmm.
my safe haven. I can sit out there and
Yeah.
just I don't need to have no music, not a book. I'm just out there looking at the
Hmm.
ocean, and that's peace for me.
Yeah.
That's peace for me.
Hmm.
Um, and
Yeah.
it's going to be different for a lot of people. Um, but once you find it, you get that happiness and you feel good about it. You definitely feel
Hmm.
good about it, man. You definitely feel good about it. And
And
even
that's key. You said that because you gotta find it. You gotta be able to put
yeah,
yourself in position to find who you are becoming. Don't everybody's path is different, but you gotta find on what you're comfortable with and who you are becoming one moment at a time, one step at a time. Don't try to get everything at once. Just embrace this moment and figure out, okay, what you like and what you don't like, and what you're gonna say yes to and what you're gonna say no to. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to take your time to develop you and realize who you are becoming instead of just jumping in with both feet in and just flying around. No, take your time.
yeah,
Take your time
yeah,
and get to know
yeah,
who you are.
yeah, yeah. What is one thing that you would like that somebody that's coming up? They got it less than a year. What would you
Hmm.
recommend that they do? Because that year is not a year. I mean, because it gets
Hmm.
that
No.
time start to wind down, man. So, what would you recommend that they do? You got like a year left.
Okay. Make sure you go to medical, right? Medical. Make sure you go to mental health. I know for some men, if we'll hold on to pain for a long time. If you're physically hurting or mentally or emotionally hurting, go see somebody. It's important that you do that prior to getting out, so that you can get the proper care that you need so you won't have to struggle when you get out. We are talking about going to sit on somebody's couch, saving your money, because after spending 20 plus years in, you don't want to get out and be broke. Prepare yourself for that next chapter financially, because it's vital, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to get that GS job like you think you're going to get. It's going to take time to find that job that you want, or that next career move that you want. Before you get out, make sure you got the proper certification. If you want to be IT and IT field, get those certifications while you're on active duty, because they'll transition into the civilian sector to help you with that as well. Um, and that way, that'll give you time when you do get out, to get to know yourself better. Because you're the same you, but you're not the same you. You're no longer in uniform now, so you got to make some adjustment in your approach in life and your attitude in life and how you're dealing with people. You're gonna have to be patient with yourself and be patient with people, because you just can't give civilians orders and expect them to do it. They don't work anymore, right?
No.
You got to be able to change your mindset, because you'll be trying to tell somebody that you used to do this and you was okay. What? Nah, partner, that's
Yeah,
not working, right? You got
yeah,
to learn how to do that for yourself. Um, and in that transition out, uh, volunteer your time to help somebody else, right? Volunteer your time. I volunteer with the hospice company. I started by going to see veterans that who are on hospice care. Um, Gave me a new appreciation on life. Um, And then two, I volunteer with a couple of nonprofit organizations. So make good use of your time and give yourself grace. If you make a mistake or make a bad or inappropriate decision, don't beat yourself up. Take the L, take the lesson and learn from it, and give yourself grace. Every day I write in my journal. I write in my journal every day. I write in this handwriting, and then at night I have an app called the iJournal, and I type in that at night. So I'm releasing and challenging my thoughts day and night to help me grow spiritually and emotionally and intellectually as I'm writing. It's therapeutic. And if you recognize something about yourself that you don't like, you make the decision to change. You make the decision to change for the better for yourself and for your family because you owe it to yourself to be a better version of yourself. And you're the only person that can change you. But you have to be in agreement with that change. And a lot of times we don't want to be in agreement with the
We
change,
fight it. We
right?
fighting it.
But it helps us. We fight it. We do. But it helps us to acknowledge it, and then we grow into it to become a better version of ourselves.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah.
talking to me right now.
I
You don't
think if
know it,
we
but you're
able,
talking to me.
You're talking to a lot of people, honestly.
hey,
Right, right.
Yeah.
I'm taking new clients. I'm taking new clients. You can hit me up.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
like within that
But
year, like I know people have struggled with. I hear different things about skill bridge. I think it's if you have the opportunity
mm,
to do it, and you really had within that 5 year transition plan, you need to narrow down exactly what you want to do because that skill bridge can be very vital
hmm
to your transition if you use it. You know, use it
yes,
correctly.
yes.
It's a lot of opportunities, and you can roll right into some amazing jobs. You know, and hey,
hmm
LinkedIn is a great tool to use if you're trying to, hey, I want to
hmm
retire or I'm separating or anything, and I'm looking to get into that professional. It's like I guess the job for the Facebook of jobs, like and
Yeah,
connections in that
it's
world.
hmm
industry
So
industry
yeah,
world,
yeah. So I would highly,
hmm
highly recommend you exercising that option as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a little good networking on there because I partnered with a couple of people who's doing a similar business what I'm doing, and we have definitely met up in person through video chat to help sharpen one another and to work with some different certifications and stuff. And it has really been a blessing to me. So that networking on LinkedIn is really good for
Yeah.
those of us who are transitioning out and still finding our way.
Yeah.
And I've seen people, I know people who have benefited from SkillBridge. If the opportunity is presented, go for it. Go for it. I didn't do it personally, but I signed a whole lot of checks signed off to make sure that it was legit
Right.
and
Right.
make sure people that was really going to do what they're going to do and they actually end up working for those companies that gave them a job right after they finished their term.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's been really
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Again, man, I definitely appreciate all the info. I ain't unless JP got something else. I don't have anything. Um,
No, it was just good to talk to you, Anthony. I know we hadn't talked in
yeah.
a while. It's good to see you
Yeah.
hmm
doing well. And lost
Yeah.
all his weight. I'm jealous. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what you said about keeping your peace and no one has permission to interrupt your peace. That was heavy. That was very. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that one right there in my
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I stay
Yeah.
on them. When me and MC said we talking, we
Yeah.
talking about something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Good brother, man.
Yeah. I
Hey,
want to
so
drop another one
okay, bro,
right
it's
quick.
you. Speak
I
on it.
drop
Speak on it.
never never negate how you are feeling about yourself. Right.
Mhm.
Make sure that you appreciate who you are, and if you're feeling some type of way, acknowledge what that is, and come up with a strategy and how to get to a more comfortable conclusion in that part of your life. A lot of times, as men, we put our feelings on the back burner to satisfy somebody else's ego. No, we need to learn how to take care of ourselves inwardly first so we can be able to appreciate everything that's around us.
Mm,
And I put don't be in a hurry to get to the next gig. Figure out who you are first. Make that time, make that effort for you first. And that way you can be able to get to know yourself and get to know your family better and have some time to be present, as we talked about earlier. Love on you, love on you, and forgive yourself.
yeah.
Uh, that'll give you the time to come up with some more definition of who you're becoming. where you learn how to love on you and make that time for yourself, you'll appreciate it more. And like I was talking about earlier, I'm in a better space because I made that time to love who I am and appreciate who I am and to forgive myself and forgive those people who have done me wrong. And you'll be surprised at how much weight you carry when you hold on, when you hold grudges. Grudges don't make money. They don't make money,
Nah, that is.
right? So let it go.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Let
yeah,
it go. Let it go and begin to embrace this new version of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I guarantee you, you'll walk in the mirror and say, man, I like this guy who I am now. I'm really beginning to like myself more because you're sharpening who you are and who you are becoming. And I guarantee you it'll be better for you. It's something I've been doing this for the last 4 years of working on myself after sitting on somebody's couch. And I'm glad that I took Nellie's advice to go sit on somebody's couch so I can become a better version of myself, to be better for myself, to be better for my family, to be better for those who are around me. And then two, also have the discernment to recognize what's really going on around me. That's key as well. So I'm very grateful for that. Really grateful for the people that's in my life now and the opportunities that I've had and have had recently. Uh, Spending 27 years in ministry, full speed ahead, and in the Navy simultaneously. I didn't realize how heavy both of those loads were until recently. I was just doing it because I know
yeah.
that's what I'm called to do.
Right.
Because being a
Mm-hmm.
CMC is a calling. Being a pastor is a calling. You just don't jump up and say, "This is what I'm gonna know." You got to be equipped for that mentally, physically, spiritually, and
Yeah,
emotionally to be able to deal with those things, particularly simultaneously. And it's
yeah,
not too many of us who done that simultaneously. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have served and to continue to serve, but just in a different capacity. And I'm grateful for this opportunity, brother man. This blessed me here,
yeah,
and I pray that it helps as many people as possible to recognize that they are the mission.
yeah.
And it's okay to recognize that you are the mission. It's okay to forgive yourself, to love yourself, to become a better version of yourself. So that way you can be able to help somebody else. You can't help nobody if you're hurt.
Woo!
Nope.
Woo! Woo!
You
Man, I
can't.
appreciate that.
Because that goes to that phrase, hurt people hurt people.
That's
But
right.
when you
Yep.
recognize that you're hurting, get the help that you need so that you can heal properly.
Yeah.
So you can heal properly. Because once you
Yeah.
recognize those triggers, and you can point them out, and you can get to the point of healing, one step at a time, one moment at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, it's not easy. You especially doing. I'd say if you do 20+ years. That transition still it's still a
Hmm.
tough transition, and it's going to take time. But
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
to try your best to get ahead of it as
Hmm.
early as possible. And I know it's hard. Again, it's hard because you still want to go hard. You still want to continue to advance and do those things. But you got to take time for you. But that's the thing we never do. We take time for everything else and everyone else, but not enough for ourselves.
Hmm.
So, yeah, man, I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. I love that energy. Love it. Love it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks again, man. Thanks for coming through and spreading that love, man. I definitely want to have you back, because our
Anytime,
conversations
man.
help.
Anytime.
Yeah, our conversations always help me. And like, okay, yep, he letting me know, just dropping little
Hmm.
nuggets on me, but he letting me know. So that's what I always respected out of you,
Yeah.
man, for sure, for sure,
Yeah, man.
for sure, man.
Anytime.
All right.
Yeah. We got to
Hey,
do breakfast again,
oh
man,
yeah, no.
soon.
What I gotta do, we gotta switch it up, man. I gotta try to catch the people that work in the daytime. So we probably gotta do it like a little
Okay.
evening dinner type thing.
Yeah.
We'll do
Yeah.
it
I'll
in
be at work.
July. Yeah, that's what I say. I gotta do something in the
Okay.
evening
That'll
now.
work.
Yeah, I love breakfast though. I love that.
Yeah.
But I gotta try to catch some of the people that work in the daytime. So maybe we could do something in the evening. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah, for
That'll
sure,
work.
man. I got you, man. Hey, again, thanks, man. Pete, thanks for always, man. Just hold on for a minute. Let me stop it.
Okay.